Welcome to Daily Conversation. It's Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 25th of April 2021 and the time now is 6:16 a.m. Well, today our topic is describe some lucky moments in your life. So before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, Eric, today I have three uh, events, or we can say moments, which I feel I was quite lucky. And then, how about you?
I just want to talk about one. Mm.
Oh, okay. So, uh, do you want to start first?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently, uh, my company decided to move their office, and also they want to sell the property that uh, we work now, that
Oh,
we work
okay.
currently, so that they want to sell the property and then move to another place.
Mm,
Mm. And they already decided, and everything uh uh they, they, they already signed a contract with the buyer, and
mm,
also they already signed a contract with the landlord,
yeah.
which they want to rent with. Mm,
Mm,
yeah. And uh, and and yeah, because everything need times to do. So this is roughly we will move our office
mm,
around like April or September. So
yeah.
it's just a few months, like just a few months.
Mm,
So that mm, and the new place is not near to my current house.
mm.
So actually we are decided whether want to
Find a new
whether
place?
whether want to find a new place, so that so that I still can walk to my office and then
Mm,
can save the transportation fee.
yeah.
Mm. And also recently my landlord uh, also raised our rental fee,
Oh.
from 700 to 750.
Mm,
Yeah, but to us this increasement is reasonable. Mm.
mm,
Yeah, because we can use the aircon 24 hours. Yeah, but we just need to switch off uh, when when we when we go out.
mm,
Mm. Yeah, and we can cook. We can cook at the kitchen uh, all the day.
mm,
Not all the day, but means uh we we cook our own meal. Yeah, we cook all meal. We
yeah.
didn't eat outside. So uh, for this part, it really helped us to save a lot of money. So actually, for that 50 increasement is really reasonable. Yeah,
Mm,
and we actually expect the increasement a few months ago.
mm,
Mm. And the problem is, if we want to move to another place, yeah, if I want to move to the place that near my company,
yeah.
I have something need to consider. Now, after we move there,
Mm,
and how about the distance uh, from the new house to my girlfriend
workplace.
workplace? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we realized that uh, this is it didn't increase. It didn't decrease. Yeah. The and the time span increased. Yeah.
Mm.
So so it make us it make us consider whether want to move to the place. But the new place is quite convenient. There are a lot of like supermarkets and also in near to the MRT.
Oh.
Yeah, and if we live there, I think it will be more convenient than we live right now. But
Mm.
there are a lot of uncertainty,
Yeah.
and we cannot cook, maybe, yeah, or maybe we cannot like use the aircon. Yeah, but
Mm.
actually, this is not a big deal. But what we concern is whether the landlord allow us to cook so frequently.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and then the place is not like in the center, so that it will be a problem if next time you want to change your job. Yeah,
Mm.
so this is something like you lock yourself in a rural place.
Yeah.
Uh, so there are a lot of uncertainty, and then uh, I start to search some some new job. Yeah, and then I just opened my LinkedIn apps, and
Yeah.
I realized, hey, why got somebody message me?
Oh.
Mm, yeah, and this is a job opportunities. And
Mm.
then uh she's something like the uh this is not a HR, but this is a department called like the talent acquisition uh recruitment or something like that.
Oh,
Mm.
it is from the recruitment
No.
company or from the company itself?
From the company itself. Yeah,
Oh, I see.
the company hire this quote unquote HR. Yeah, but they are not HR. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Oh.
So that they hire this person, and then uh they search online, and
Mm-mm.
then they find the suitable talent, yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
interview.
Mm-mm.
Mm. Yeah, and then I reply her, and then I send her my resume, and then
Mm.
uh we have we have one phone interview.
Yeah.
But at the end, this it didn't go well. Yeah, because uh I I request my salary is like 3,008. Hmm.
Mm.
Uh, and she said now my salary only 2,007. So uh they can't arrange they can't arrange uh they can't give me
Mm.
uh have this kind of big jump. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also were very hard to do. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
very hard to process the work. Hmm.
Mm.
And I asked her, yeah, so yeah, no, she asked me, then what's my minimum salary which I can accept? I say 3,005.
Mm.
Yeah, and she said, yeah, impossible. Yeah, what the salary she can promise me is 3,000. Yeah,
Mm.
so above could be like something like a bonus.
Yeah.
And this is what she said to me, and then I reject her. Yeah, so that because I tell her, uh now uh yeah, now I earn like 2007, but
Yeah.
I also have the chance to get another promotion, or get another increment.
Mm.
And and also I'm in the midst of I'm in the midst of applying for PR. Mm.
Mm.
So if I change my company, they will have additional work. that I need to do, and also they will have some uncertainty.
Mm.
And I wouldn't change my job just for a few hundred. Yeah, just for like 200 or 300. This is not
Yeah.
worth. Yeah, what if I can't get my PR if I change the job? So there are
Yeah.
a lot of uncertainty. And also, in my knowledge, if you want, I'm not sure whether this is correct information or wrong information. But it seems like if you want to apply your PR and you need uh you need to submit your payslip, and then it requires you to submit a continuous sorry, I missed it requires you to submit the recent 6 month payslip
Yeah.
that work in the same company.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether this is right or wrong. But there are many people after they apply PR, so they're in the midst of waiting the result, and then
Yeah.
they change their job, and then after they change their job, they just update their email address and update their new employer details, and then like that. So they still can get their PR. So I think this is not true. Yeah, this information is not true, but I think more or less, yeah, it may affect your PR application. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
maybe
I just
something like the stability or what, right?
yeah, or maybe after you change your job, and then you can't apply you can't apply a new work pass. Yeah, this is the thing. Uh, will be most will be the most concerning. Yeah, after you apply, after you take the offer, then you submit your resignation letter, and then they help you apply the work pass, but it didn't go well, and you can't apply your work pass, and then maybe you can't without work pass you can't work.
Yeah.
So maybe at that time you need to go back to Malaysia, or you need to find a new job.
Yes.
Yeah, so they will have a lot of uncertainty,
Mm.
especially for the work pass.
Yep.
So I reject her, and then there's another company comes to me, and at the end I also didn't manage to to uh mm, to arrange my time to
Yeah.
have something like the phone interview. Yeah, because I noticed the place is too far from me. Yeah, and from my girlfriend workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like my girlfriend workplace is the uh salt. Yeah, it's in the salt.
South. Yeah,
Yeah.
south.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's the south.
Mm.
And then uh the company is in the north.
Oh, the opposite.
Yeah, the opposite.
Mm.
Yeah. So that this is uh this is this is there's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason that I want to work at there. Because I also can find another job which near our location.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
And yeah, so and then at that time, yeah, because uh even though my boss didn't announce still haven't officially announced they want to move to another place.
Mm.
Yeah, they haven't give the detailed location, but I actually got the detailed location. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
because I can see all their paperwork. Yeah, the lease agreement. Yeah, and then the purchase consideration.
Yeah, maybe the date you will have a
Mm. Yeah,
rough date, right?
yeah, and also like the purchase consideration for our property.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, so that I can read everything, and then my another colleague also know something because she maintained a good relationship with another director. Yeah, so the
Mm.
director will tell her something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, because we are in a room, and then we can say something. Uh, we can say something which is quite sensitive. Yeah, that other people won't hear.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, so yeah, she asked me. Mm, so yeah, what is my plan? And also she asked me, yeah, mm, would you move to there?
Mm.
Or I will like still stay at here, and then traveling each day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
means to stay with the company or to find a new company, right? To work
yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah. So in short is stay with the company or stay uh uh with my living place.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
choose either one.
Mm. Mm.
So I say, I'm still considering, but I won't simply change my job. Because now I'm in the midst of applying PR. So I also worry something about it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
which is the thing I'm I I say just now.
Mm.
Mm.
Yep.
And then after the conversation, just on the same day, and when I go back home, I realize there's my letter. Yeah, there's one letter. It's for me, and
Oh.
then it says the letter is mm, okay, and the letter is they got right. Okay, there's a Singapore logo, and then it write on government service.
Oh.
Yeah, on the
Must be
letter.
the PR status.
Yeah, yeah, you have a uh good guess. Guess right. So after I open the letter, oh, this is the PR, and my PR approved.
Wow.
I get my approval,
Yeah,
and then
congratulations.
mm, yeah, and then I prepare some documentation,
Mm-mm.
and then I realized that, oh my God, there's one document not on my hand,
Oh.
which is uh which is my birth cert. Yeah, birth certificate.
Mm.
And because in the PR letter it mentioned clearly clearly that they want to see the original document.
Yeah.
So I immediately WhatsApp my mother, yeah,
Mm.
to see whether she can help me to post my original birth certificate to
Yeah.
me. Yeah, and then we arranged to do that because it cost us about like 70 Malaysian ringgit. It's expensive, but it is fast. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like 3 days. Mm.
Mm.
She sent on uh she sent on Friday, and then I received on Monday. Yeah, so it's really fast.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, but it's expensive. Yeah, and then after I get my birth cert, okay, and then I do my PR. This is called the for format formalities or formalities. Yeah. So
Okay.
So it is something like you it's something like you check all the document and then you prepare all the document that they need to pass to them, yeah, on site. So after I check and then oh my god, I realized, yeah, another document not on
Yeah,
my hand. So oh my god,
what
then
else?
and this is the A level transcript. Mm, yeah, A level transcript, and then this is also in my JV house. Uh, and then I didn't tell my mother. But and then- and at the night I feel quite depressed. Mm. And then I try to find some excuse. Mm. Yeah, try
Yeah.
to find some excuse. Yeah, maybe I can tell the officer like um my original transcript already lost during when I move out
Mm.
uh when I move when moving house a few years ago.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and why I didn't get ask my school or ask like the Cambridge to
Yeah.
s- uh to send me another original A-level transcript. Yeah, because this is just a A-level transcript, and I already get my degree certificate and also degree transcript. Mm.
Mm. Yep.
So in most of the case, I wouldn't uh I wouldn't have the chance to use my A-level transcript. Mm. Yeah, so this is the skill I found.
Yeah.
Mm. Uh, at the end, I realized that yeah, it's not the good way. Mm. Yeah, because in Singapore, uh, to be honest, to
Yeah.
be honest, maybe yeah, maybe the best way of doing things. Mm. Yeah, uh, yeah, yeah, so at the end, uh, I decided uh, uh, to tell the truth. Yeah, and then but on the next day, I search online. Hmm. I see how people get the PR, and then I
Mm.
watch one video, and then the YouTuber say the process, and because at first I thought they will have they will have an interview on the appointment.
Yeah.
So maybe like the officer will ask you, yeah, why you want to get a PR, yeah, why you don't why don't you just hold the work pass, and then what will you do for Singapore? Yeah,
Mm. Yep.
and something like this interview. But actually it didn't. Mm, mm. And then okay, back to the video,
Mm.
and the YouTuber say something which raised my curiosity. And she
Yeah.
say she submit and she also prepare like a lot of document, and including some, and one of the document is the degree certificate and also
Yeah.
degree transcript. And
Mm.
she didn't mention the A level. Yeah. So after that I check. Hmm. Then I tried to check online. Yeah. What is the yeah because mm, uh in uh in the PR we say the IPA letter, in
Mm.
principle approval letter. It
Yeah.
mentioned you need to bring uh the t- the TED the TED theory,
Mm.
education uh certificate and also the transcript along.
Yeah.
Mm. And then I actually misunderstand that the TED theory education. I
Mm.
thought A level is also considered tertiary education.
Mm.
But actually it's not. In Singapore, tertiary education considered like the upper secondary level. or the pre-university.
Oh.
So it is under the secondary. Yeah, it's under the secondary education. It is not under the tertiary education. So I'm not sure whether Malaysia is the same. I think yes. Yeah, but not sure. I didn't do the research.
Yeah.
So suddenly I feel wow, it's so lucky. And then because I don't one of the reason that I didn't tell my mother and ask my mother send me do another posting. It's because I already make an appointment 2 days later.
Yeah. So it's like it won't be able to for you to get that document in time, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and then I don't want to cancel my appointment and make another appointment. Yeah, I don't want to do that because the ICA, the department mentioned that you can only make 2 appointments at most. Yeah, you can change your appointment, but if you change your appointment, you can only change one time. That means you can only make 2 appointments. Yeah, if you already make 2 appointments and you still didn't attend the appointment, and then you won't able to make another appointment. That means you just lose your chance. So I don't want that. Yeah. So at that moment I feel lucky because I don't need to like cancel the appointment or do anything else. Yeah, because I got my degree certificate and degree transcript on my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the day I go I go I go to the ICA. Yeah, I attend the appointment.
Yeah.
And then there's one thing which is they require me tourism photography. Tourism photograph. So at the first I want to like take photo. I want to go to like the Photoshop to take photo, and I noticed it's quite expensive. It's like 10 Sing dollars. So I decided to take the photo by myself.
Yeah.
And then
They want the physical one or the digital copy.
they want the physical one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they want the reason 6 months. So that means you cannot use the photo that you upload when you apply the PR because 6 months it already passed 6 months. Yeah, so I need to retake the photo, and then I try to search online. Is there any way to take photo by myself? And I found it, and then I take the photo by myself. So and then it worked. Yeah, it worked, and I can get I can get the size that I want, and I also can I can match the requirements that ICA set. Yeah, for example, your face need to show in the photo between like 25 millimeter to 35 millimeter, and also the photo size will like need to like 45 millimeter times 35 millimeter or something like that.
Yeah. Size of the photo, size of your head.
Yeah, correct.
Mm.
And then after I take a photo, and I quite happy because I can save the money.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then on the same day, I go to the counter. And then I hand in all my document, and then the
Yeah.
officer say, "Oh, this photo cannot use." mm, yeah,
Uh,
because
mm.
and she say it's because of the quality. Yeah, I think it's because of the paper quality because I print out by using the A4 paper quality,
Yeah.
and also it's a photo quality. Yeah, it is a bit blur because you print out from the A4 paper, so
Yeah.
it got it is blur.
Mm.
And and at that moment I first thought, yeah, she maybe ask she maybe she'll ask me to make another appointment, and then
Yeah.
after prepare all the document then come again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then but she didn't. And then she tell me where can uh she tell me the direction and the location
Mm.
of the photo of the nearest photo shop. So it's something like 5 minutes 5 minute route.
Yeah.
Mm. And then she tell me, yeah, after I get my photo directly come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I managed to do that.
Mm.
Yeah, and at that time the price is no longer an issue. Yeah,
Yes.
I just want to get my PR done.
Yeah.
Uh, and then it spent me $6. Yeah,
Mm.
so it's under my expectation because my expectation is $10. So there's a consumer surplus of
Yeah.
$4. Yeah, if you don't know what is consumer surplus, yeah, go to check the microeconomics. Yeah,
Yeah.
it also linked to some happiness. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I get my PR. So now I already uh, becoming a PR. Yeah,
Oh. Yeah.
it's so fast. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Singapore government department and service is so efficient. I already experienced 2 times. Yeah, the first
Mm.
one is like the work pass. Mm, uh, uh, when I first came to when I first came Singapore to work, and
Yeah.
second is this. Yeah, this is totally blow blow my mind. How can
Yeah.
government service so fast?
Yeah.
Mm,
Especially when you are coming from Malaysia, right?
mm,
Yeah, the
yeah,
comparison between the two countries.
yeah, correct. Mm,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah. But I only can get my card. Yeah, get my new IC. In next month.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, because the nearest appointment I can make uh is in May. Yeah, it seems like the ICA department do it purposely. Mm. Maybe they want to test you whether you can keep the sleep. Yeah, keep the temporary IC, which is a sleep, a
Mm.
paper sleep. Yeah, and if you cannot, yeah, because you need to pass. You need to keep you need to keep the sleep well, and on that day, and you need to make another appointment, and then on that day you need to show the slip, and then they'll give you your new IC.
Mm.
And if you cannot, if you lose your sleep, yeah, maybe you can't get your IC.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
and why I think uh they done it purposely is because um, I'm not sure. Maybe they will have they'll have some process internally.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, but what I know is I I read one I read one information on the ICA website. If you lose your IC, Yeah, and you can make an appointment to get a replacement IC. Yeah, and the first time it take you 1 month, and the second time it take you 3 months, and the third time it take you 6 months. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so after you make an appointment, after you book, okay, and they give you the slip, yeah,
Yeah.
and they ask you come back 1 month later, or come back 3 months later, come back six
Mhm.
months later. So but if you lose your IC because of like the thief, or because of like the rope, and
Ah,
you can get your IC back like within like on the same day, or maybe yeah, like within 1 week.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, so uh yeah, after I read this, I realized, yeah, ICA actually did it perfectly.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah. Mm. Yep.
mm. Yeah, so now, yeah, because I already get my PR,
Mm.
and
It means
yeah,
that you will be able to choose a new job without considering this so much, right?
yeah, correct.
Mm.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah,
Then
so
what's
then,
your plan?
yeah, actually my plan is uh find a new job. My plan is find a new job.
Mm.
Yeah, or maybe uh, yeah, my first consideration is to find a new job, and then to see whether the company want to leave me, and maybe I can work like part time. But it is I'm not sure, the probability uh may be quite low. Yeah, because I also checked with my friend, and she say the probability would be low. Yeah,
Mm.
and at the first I thought the probability would be high. Yeah, maybe I have some bias. Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, but if I try to overcome the bias and think subjectively, yeah,
Mm.
uh, no, I think think objectively. Hmm. And maybe the probability will be low. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my first plan is to find a new job, and then if I can do part time, then do. So I will get additional income.
Mm.
Hmm. And
What
then
do you mean part-time? You mean you work
work.
with the new company and also the current company at the same time?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see.
We work pass, you cannot do part time. You can only work uh in the company that issue you the work pass. So
Oh.
you can only work for one company. With PR, you
Mm.
can work with multiple company. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for my current work, actually, I can work from home, and I only need to go to office like 1 day, maybe on Saturday. Mm.
Mm.
And then I'm pretty sure that I can still finish my job. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't need to hire a new person.
Mm.
Because if they want to hire a new person, at least they need to spend like, at least they need to spend like 2005 or
Mm.
2006, and maybe they can't apply EP for that person. Yeah,
Mm.
because now the EP uh uh now you need in normal scenario you need 3,900 salary. Yeah, so that you can help the candidate to apply the EP. Yeah.
Mm.
But they will have some consideration. Yeah. For example, if you are Malaysian, and and also your working experience is uh not so great.
Mm.
Okay, and you just came Singapore uh uh not not too long. Yeah, not too
Yeah.
long time. So um the salary requirement won't be that high. Maybe it will reduce, but in the past is 3,600. Now it's 3,900.
Oh.
So actually the restriction become uh, 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 I mean the difficulty. Yeah, the difficulty of applying the EP is greater. So maybe they can apply an EP for the candidate, and then they need to apply S-Pass. Yeah, S-Pass for the candidate, and then they need to pay the foreign levy fee, foreign worker levy fee. So it's 330. So if you add up together, at least you need to spend like 2,500 to hire the candidate, and then you need to and then you need to pay the FWL, the foreign worker levy, and then plus together you need to pay like 2008, 2008 to 2009.
Yeah.
And now my salary is like 2,700. So yeah, actually, yeah. So this is the calculation standing on finance viewpoint. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, like the boss, they may not only consider the finance. They just want a person stay in the company. Yeah, it's also one of the consideration.
Yeah.
They don't mind to pay additional few hundred. Yeah. So that so that it is something like to me is something like the bonus. If I can get the part time, then it will be great. If cannot, then never mind. So I would and then the next question is what job I would like to find. Yeah. Next. Yeah. What's the next job I want to find?
Yeah.
And then I look at some jobs. The first is accounting, okay, and then the second is something like the financial advisory, financial advisor.
Yeah.
And it involves the sales. Yeah, and then the good thing is, if you can do that, if you're capable to do, if you're capable of that, and you can earn a very high salary because the commission is like uncapped. Yeah, so you can earn a lot of salary. And because it involves sales, so they will also have some uncertainty. Yeah, and then maybe if you can't do it well, and they will just ask you to leave. And maybe also maybe the basic salary is not that high. Yeah, and actually that uncertainty, I can accept that uncertainty. Yeah, as long as the salary, the basics is like same as the salary that I can get right now. Yeah, because I don't want to like change my current financial plan. Yeah, because now I already allocate some money to investment, to saving, and also some expenses. If my salary decrease, yeah, all the plan, I need to withdraw all the plan, and then this is not this is inconsistent to the reason that I want to change the job. I want to change the job because I want to get a higher salary. And then why I want to get a higher salary, because I see the biggest opportunity that I can see. Yeah, that probably will be the biggest opportunity in my life. Yeah, which is the Bitcoin. So that I need to grab the opportunity right now. Yeah. And it's not next year. It's not 5 years later. It's not like 10 years later. I need to increase my salary now, which is the same reason that I came to Singapore. Yeah. And then I don't want to over allocate my saving to this investment, because the investment involve risk. Okay, if you allocate all your saving to that investment, and if let's say Bitcoin goes zero and then you lose all your saving, this is not a good method. This is not a good methodology. So that's mean it's not a good method to do investment like this.
Yeah.
All in is not a good method.
Yep.
And you should not all in at all times. So what you can do is increase your salary. Yeah. So what if you can increase your salary, but you can only get the increment 2 years later or 1 year later? There's no point. No point for me. Totally no point. I rather stay in the same company. Yeah. So this is my consideration. And then the next job I can find is like the data analyst.
Oh, okay.
And also like the equity analyst. So or like something like the investment analyst.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a job I'm interested to. Yeah, I'm interested on. Yeah, because I like investment. But one of the but if you want to say, if there's any reason they will stop me to do this kind of job, I think it has. Yeah, it has. The only
Okay.
reason they will stop me to do the job is because they know, like for example, like the investment analyst and also like the equity analyst.
Yeah.
It requires you to study and do research on the investment, for example, like the stock and also like the real estate, and also like maybe some bond, like the derivative.
Yeah.
And normally it will stay in like the traditional finance. Yeah, so unlikely they will go for like cryptocurrency, the blockchain. And initially I invest in stock market, Malaysian stock market. Yeah, which is the local market. And
Yeah.
I switched to the biggest market, which is the US market. And then if I work as the investment analyst, maybe they stay in the local market. And I really know local markets don't have that improvement. You cannot get a big gain. You cannot get a big gain because you are not in the biggest market. You are not in the market that have the highest level of innovation. And then you are not in the market that was at most of the company, most of the wonderful, and also one of the most of the top company will be attracted to enter the market, which is the US market.
Yeah.
You are not in that market. And if you invest in like local, I find no point. I find no point to do the investment in local. So yeah, and also this is local. And then okay, maybe they can do like the US market. Okay. Yeah. Their focus is on the US market, but I found that the whole equity market is overvalued, and also like the real estate is overvalued because of the credit. Yeah, this is a macroeconomic topic, and we already discussed this a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't so I'm not going to repeat again. Yeah. But I just want to say, in my opinion, I switched from stock market to cryptocurrency, which I think is the future. So if the company didn't allow me to like do the cryptocurrency analyst,
Yeah.
and then they stay in the equity market, I find no point. Yeah, I find no point to me. It didn't inspire me to do that job.
Yeah.
It's something like you're trying to cheat yourself to do the thing.
Yep.
So this is
Yeah.
the only reason. This is the only reason that stopped me to have that job. Yeah, and then the fourth one is and in this category, which is the one of the subset is the data analyst. Yeah, and the data analyst not necessarily stay in the not necessarily stay in the investment market.
Oh.
It can apply on many industry. Yeah, for example, insurance. Yeah,
Mm.
and also
Yeah.
for example, like the internet security. You
Yeah.
try to use the data to check how to improve the security.
Yeah.
Mm.
Marketing
Yeah,
also,
marketing
right?
also. Yeah, it is in business.
Mm.
And there are a lot of industry that need the data analyst.
Yeah.
But data analysts also got some also have some uncertainty, because I'm not sure, but it seems like mm, the data analyst is not a job that have a high barrier of entry. Yeah, of course, yeah. If you want to say accountants is also not not a job that have high barrier of entry. Yeah. Of course, data analysts have higher barrier of entry than the accountants. This is for sure, because it requires you to understand the coding, like
Yeah.
Python, C++, and also some other some other software like the visualization tools.
Mm.
You need to show the data uh, in show the data which is like the in interesting way, show in graph. Mm, Show them in a graph like the pie chart, or like the histogram. Mm,
Mm.
let your customer see the
Yeah.
chart, and not let them see the number, see the data. Yeah, it's also one of the job that I have that I'm interested on. Mm. But my consideration is, if I join this new industry, will my salary reduce? Yeah, so it's the same consideration.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for example, if I work as accountant, I can get like 3,500.
Yeah.
And then I work as data analyst, I can get 3,000.
Mm.
Yeah, so I will struggle. I'll have the struggling.
Mm. Yeah.
Because additional 500, if you throw into the cryptocurrency, if let's say 10 years later, there's a 10 times there's a 10 times gain, and now your 500 each month will become 5,000 each month. So yeah, 1 year's 500, 1 year 6,000. So 10
Yeah.
years later, it will become like 60K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So uh yeah, it is quite weird. It's quite weird, because we are really on the tipping point. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, we are really on the tipping point. That's
Mm.
that tipping point. What's the tipping point? Which is mm, the long term. The long term seems so. The long term have a huge uncertainty. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
In some industry, have a huge upside uncertainty. In some industry, sorry, I mean, in some area, have a huge upside uncertainty. In some area, have a huge upside. If a huge downside uncertainty.
Mm.
Yeah. So what you can for my strategy, for my current strategy, what I can do, I try to get more certainty. Yeah. Uh, Normally most of people, and then in normal scenario, we will say, yeah, bear with the uncertainty. Yeah, bear with the uncertainty, and then aim for long term. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be a short viewer. Yeah, but I'm looking the scenario which have the longer term. Yeah, which is not like the 5 years term, 10 years term.
Mm.
It's like 30-year terms, 50-year terms. Yeah. And if in 5 years term, if in 10 years term, AI really can beat all human in the planet, what is the consideration you want to change your job? You want to change the industry, right? Data
Yep.
analyst is also a job that is very easily to be replaced by AI. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then data analyst, you need data. And if you don't have data, you can't really do a great job. And data will be more concentrate into field with international company. And you are not able to become the top data analyst in that company because there are already many well experienced the top grade data analysts already work in this company, and
Yeah.
the company only need a few data analysts. They don't they it's not like the blue collar work in manufacture manufacturing line. Yeah,
Yeah.
manufacturing industry, you need more worker to process the work. Yeah,
Mm.
to produce more product. This is not the case. Yeah, they just need few, and you're not going to become the few one. And so maybe you change your job and you can't get a good salary. Yeah, you can't really get a good salary because there is no demand. There is no demand uh for like SME or for smaller company, and then a greater company, they will have they'll build this in house. They'll hire the
Yeah.
top data analyst because data analyst is really an important role. Yeah, if they uh if they can find the trend from the data and they can make the improvement. Yeah, and then they make the improvement, and then maybe
Yeah.
the sales is like 10% or 20%, or maybe they can reduce the cost. Maybe like 10% or 20% is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it depends. It depends how big the size of the company. If the company uh have larger size, they'll have more incentive to build in house. Mm.
Yeah.
And also they'll have more incentive to hire the top talents, to hire the top data analysts to do for them. Yeah, so it's like the AI. Yeah, AI researcher or AI engineer, or maybe like something like the uh machine learning developer. Yeah,
Yeah.
or all all this kind of job. Yeah, so it's totally, we are already uh can yeah we already cannot fight with the person already in the market. Mm.
Mm. Yep.
They have so much experience. Mm. We can't like have a start and then at some point uh we can outperform them. It's
Mm.
unlikely. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then yeah, so how about the salary? Can you uh can't you just get a roughly salary from the maybe from some website?
Yeah. Now the data analyst is something like the range is quite wide. Some company just offer like 2005.
Oh,
But some company can offer like 3,000 to 3,005. Some company offer like 4,000 to 6,000. So
wow.
yeah, you really need to find the company. You really need to find a good company. So
Yeah.
this actually is my this actually uh uh is a choice I probably will go for.
Mm.
But I have to find a high salary, and I don't need to rush, and I can just find a job and interview. Yeah, if they reject me, I find a next job. Yeah,
Yeah.
I find another one.
Yep.
Mm, mm. And then, uh, yeah, actually, mm, you have a lot of consideration, and you also will apply to many jobs. For example, you apply accountant,
Yeah.
you also apply like the financial advisor, you also apply like the data analyst, you also
Mm.
apply like equity analyst,
Yeah.
investment analyst, and then at the end, it actually not depend on which one you want to choose. It actually depend on which one accept you. This is
Mm.
so yeah, and then whether you can accept the salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that don't cheat yourself. Yeah, if you are looking for new job, don't cheat yourself.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, everything is actually still uh still have plenty of time, right? Because the
Mm.
news the announcement hasn't released,
Yeah.
and
Uh.
still got a few
Uh.
months to prepare
We
for this, right?
probably we probably will move to the new office in in September or in August. Yeah,
Mm.
this is something uh I uh I quite sure. Yeah, because based on like the uh SP agreement,
Yeah.
yeah, sales and purchase agreement, we need to pass this property to the buyer end of September.
Mm. Yeah.
And then the new lease, which means the new office, we can move in start from September 1st. Yeah,
Oh.
1st of
Mm.
September. So we can move in earlier. Mm. So
Yeah.
it's September. Mm.
Mm.
And yeah, actually I don't really need to rush because I still can work in this company.
Yeah.
I can travel. Yeah, and I just need to find a job uh that I think is good. Yeah,
Mm.
and after I found it, and then uh I just passed my resignation letter and give 1 month notice, and that. Yeah, and before that I can still work in this company.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no people ask me to leave
Mm.
in this company.
Yeah. You can always to choose to stay, right?
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, and maybe they will have additional opportunity in this company. Maybe a lot of people also cannot stand with this, and
Yeah.
then they also want to leave the company, and then uh I can propose the company, maybe I can take over their job, but
Yeah.
you increase my salary or something like that.
Mm.
Mm.
Yep.
So there are plenty of opportunity. It
Mm.
really depends what you want to choose, and then it really depends what's your current strategy. Yeah,
Mm.
I can pretty sure I can find another 3,000 dollar job.
Yeah.
This is something that I can pretty sure, but I don't want change my job just for the 300. Yeah, at
Mm.
least I want 3,500. Mm,
Mm. Yep.
mm, yeah, because it really no point. Yeah, it really no point to change my job. For additional 300, because yeah, because now my job is not really busy, so I can have a lot of free time. And for job, yeah, for job you actually looking at the you actually looking at the salary, and also you're looking at the relaxation.
Yeah.
Actually, job is something like a balance. uh I mean the consideration of staying or living is actually the salary and the relaxation.
Yeah.
How you
It's
view
like a
it.
curve, right?
Yeah, so it's something like how you view this. Yeah. So if let's say I think I already allocate enough money in cryptocurrency, and I won't be worried about that.
Mm.
Yeah. So that, yeah, I rather stay in this company. Why not? Yeah,
Mm.
because I pretty if I sure that uh this Bitcoin is the future, and I already allocate enough money in this, and then I'll be safe. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I can stay in this company and enjoy my life. Yeah, and you don't need to forward your uh you don't need to forward to enjoy your life. For example, like work in a highly stressed environment
Mm.
for another 3 years, for another 5 years, or for another
Yeah.
10 years, and then after that you can start enjoying your life. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So uh if that is the case, I don't need to do that. Yeah. If money is no longer is no longer my consideration, I rather work in this company.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and maybe I can also find another part-time job on weekend.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Right.
maybe they'll have another like few hundred to 1,000. Yeah. So uh and maybe I also can find some. I also can go to some online site. Yeah,
Mm.
and find some work. For example, some website. Uh, you can like upload your profile, and then this is something like the the freelancer website. Yeah. For example, like the Fiverr. Uh, have you heard this before?
Mm. No. What is it about?
Okay, so it's something like some people will go to this website and then find some freelancer to help them to do something. Maybe it
Oh.
is an accounting service, or maybe it is uh they want you to help them to write an essay,
Oh. Yeah.
maybe do anything
Mm.
like cleaning. Uh, but most of the thing is something that you can work from home. So
Mm.
yeah, maybe they want you to help them do a PPT. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, do some research, maybe uh process some data by using like the Python or by Excel, something like that.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. So you can also find this kind of job. It will also increase your salary. So in my opinion, to increase 300 salary per month, this is not that difficult.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah, you also yeah, you also can go to do the like the Food Panda or GrabFood. Yeah, on the weekend,
Mm.
you also can earn like 300 additional. You also can earn additional 300. So this is
Mm.
not a
Yeah.
point. It's not the point that I I would uh I would choose. Yeah, I miss uh 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 just for the additional 300. This is not the reason, and also this is not the consideration. I would I will choose to change a new company,
Mm.
which you need to start over again, and you need to design everything. Yeah, and maybe the boss uh don't like don't like to see you are free, like to see you are busy.
Yeah.
Mm. Then they may they may pass you some job that is unnecessary and cannot be automated. Maybe maybe they ask you to count the stock. Maybe they ask you uh to go like to go like um, uh go out to sell their product, or maybe like become a promoter. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are many things they can let you do.
Yes.
Or help or ask you to pack the product, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the company really want to do that, they sure can.
Yes.
And then at that time, you're only busy on that thing. You don't have the like yesterday what you mentioned. Yeah, the mental space for creativities and also uh, for the freedom for the mental freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's all for my sharing. Yeah, it takes so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to your um to your good news in the coming months, and you always do things before it really happened. Yeah, it's really a good a good way to do things.
Yeah, and if you want to link to this topic, yeah, uh, they have many little lucky, but
Mm.
lucky is no normally you feel the lucky because you feel the depression before that.
Yeah, and I think the most crucial thing for your case is the approval from the
Yeah, yes, approval
PR
of
application, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the main lucky thing I want to share.
Without this, yeah, you won't have so many choices.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. And then, yeah, the time now is around 7:30, and actually I have to work quite early today. So, would you mind if we move this topic of my sharing to the review, the day of the review?
Uh, or maybe we can move to next uh next like the what
Oh,
is called
it's like
the next
part
until
two for this topic.
yeah the next uh the next topic on the day that you that we haven't scheduled for the topics.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, we can. All right. So, let's call it a day for today.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's all.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so that's all for our today conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocab or grammar mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like and subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.